almost forgot to remove the cover. Greetings and salutes, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Tactical with me, your host, Squirrely Nuts. Yes, I am glad to see so many people already in the chat. Oh, man. Let's see, who do we got? We got Shadow Ghost. What is going on, my friend? Mr. Henry Tinkler, good to see you. Lady Emery Draven, hello. Grundy Dice, good to see y'all. Trace Hellman, good to see ya. It's been a minute, bud. Team Shadow Airsoft, good to see you, my friend. Cage, good to see you. Yes, Ghost, agreed. Make sure, everybody, you hit that thumbs up button on your way in. Please do. Much appreciated it would be. No, I thought I was ready. Apparently I wasn't. Okay. Let's Jason's under a sink. He might hop in. Okay, good to know. Let's hop into it, guys. Like as per usual, let's start with the tertiaries. We are 867 subscribers. We're this close. This close. I swear, it's like this far. You know, when you're looking at a map, when you're road tripping, and you're just like, how far is it? Like this. We're this far from 950 subscribers, where I will do the next giveaway for a 36-inch dual replica bag, or rifle case, if you shall call it that. But it holds 2 pews. It's 36 inches. It's really nice. It's sturdy. I like it. But I don't need it, so I want to give it to you guys. Also, I will be throwing in a Colt 1911 replica. It's non-blowback. It's supposed to be high efficiency, so you get lots of goes off of one CO2 cartridge. But yeah, guys, both of those items in a giveaway at 950 subscribers. Let's get there. I want to give it away to you because somebody deserves to win something cool. It's just how this community works. Somebody out there needs something cool, and I want to give it to you. So let's do this. Also, shortly after 950 subscribers, we have the 1,000 subscriber goal, where I will set up a pot fund of GoFundMe variety or Kickstarter or something like that, where I will ask all of you to pitch in. I will pitch in as well, of course. And then we all pitch in, and then with the funds that we collect, we will buy a $150,000 mystery box truck from Airsoft GI. And then I will unbox it live here on the channel, and then I will give stuff away. And at an event there, here on the channel, when I see people at the field, when I go to events, I will give stuff away until it is all gone. Nothing will be kept. It will all go back to you guys. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers and make that big, huge thing happen. Huge it shall be. Huge and epic. Also, guys, I'm pretty sure I have everything here still. Oh, nope. I'm missing a patch. No! Damn it. Well, in the chat, I'm going to be doing a thing. So, there in the chat, I'm going to be posting a link. Go over there to the Discord. Task Force Shrubbery is the name of the Discord. That is where you can hang out with other weirdos like me, have conversations about airsoft goodness, video game nerdery, movie stuff, and other random crap. Hang out and whatnot. Also, that's where you can reach out to me through DMs in a special section that I have there on the Discord, where you can get things like this, and you can call your hits in style with one of these babies. They're hand-drawn by me, numbered 1 to 100, and at 100, the design will change. They're $5 each. I take Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, unfortunately, if I have to. They take too much. But if you want to support the channel, pick up one of these puppies. $5 each. Hit me up on Discord, or you can hit me up on Instagram. I am over there. I don't post much, but I am over on the Instagram. Squirrely Nuts Airsoft with a Z, because we're zany. I don't have the patches with me right now, but also those are $10 each. They're PVC. They look something like what's in my hand, but this is different. It's got the Squirrely Nuts Airsoft logo, like you see behind me. It looks like this. The patches look like this, only they're like this big. $10 each. Hit me up on Discord or Instagram, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all those things. Preferably Venmo or Cash App, because PayPal's a bunch of... Yeah, I'm not going to go into that rant. Also, if you join Task Force Shrubbery, hang out in the Discord and interact and do awesome things, and you're part of the Discord in there, we do these things called Task Force Shrubbery meetups. Our next one is April 12th and 13th in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. At the abandoned insane asylum. Yes, Squirrely Nuts Airsoft is returning to the insane asylum of Sheboygan. And we're going for a win this time. Squirrel Team 6 will be there. My airsoft team, my group of amazing gentlemen from all over the country. They will be there. We will be out in force. And we will be going for the win. But it is a Task Force Shrubbery meetup. So if you're part of the Discord, come on out. Get your ticket. It's an event called Operation Blacklist, put on by Mir Tactical, MIR Tactical.com. Go over there, get your tickets. They're almost sold out. They're getting really close. There's not many left. We're playing Green Team, which is the Coalition of Outlander Republics, COR. Come on out, get your ticket, play at a really cool AO at a really good event. Mir Tactical events are great. That's why we do the Task Force Shrubbery meetups at those. And then, you'll get one of these things. This is a Task Force Shrubbery patch. You can only get them from me in person if you're part of the Discord and you show up to a Task Force Shrubbery meetup. You can only get the one time. You can't get multiples unless you get somehow lucky, which nobody has. But yes, you can get one of these for Task Force Shrubbery meetup for free from me. So come on out April 12th and 13th, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, at the Abandoned Insane Asylum. Get your tickets now. They're almost gone, guys. Last I heard, it was like 50 for Green Team and 75 for Tan Team. And if you can't get Green Team, that's fine. Get Tan Team. Come on out. We'll hunt you. It's all in fun. You can still come over to, say hi after the game and before the game. All that jazz. But during game, if you go Tan Team, we'll come for you. But it's all in fun, guys. It's all just to have a blast, get together, play some airsoft, and shoot the schnitzel afterwards at B-dubs. So hope to see you guys there. And again, click the link in the chat. I'll drop it yet again. Join the Discord. Hit me up. Support the channel. Get your roadkill rags, your patches, and you can also custom order one of these puppies, a custom tie-dye shemagh, done by the Grundy Dyes. Amazing friends of mine that do amazing work with the shemaghs. You've seen them in the giveaways. You've seen other people's, and I hope people do share those when they get them and do unboxings. I really do. That's what I want. I want y'all to show off your shemaghs. But yeah, beautiful work done by the Grundy Dyes. These are $45 a piece. Again, hit me up on Discord or Instagram, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, preferred Cash App or Venmo. But yeah, support the channel, guys. Get your cool merch. And you can pick whatever colors you want for the tie-dye. That's the great part. All right. Now, I think that's it. We got the Task Force Shrubbery meetup out of the way. We got the Discord pitch out of the way. We got the rest of the sales pitch out of the way. All right. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. Now, guys, moving forward into tonight's topic, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put a Q in front of it in the chat so I can see it a lot better. So, tonight, I said SHOT Show chat. No, I didn't go. Are you kidding? My channel is so small, I can't afford that. No, I didn't go to SHOT Show. I watched a bunch of videos on SHOT Show, though. There were a few things that piqued my interest. There was not a lot, but there was a few things that piqued my interest. It was a lot of stuff that I've already seen at, MOA, essentially, when that went down from videos from over there a few months ago. So there was a few things that I say are of note of discussing. And if there's anything that you guys saw that I either don't mention or didn't bring up that you think that you'd like, that we would like to chat about, I'm pretty sure I did see something of it or I didn't think of it. So, I'm just going to cut straight into the first simple small thing. One small thing that actually just made me happy that I saw at SHOT Show. Saw from SHOT Show videos. I should say. I wasn't there. Unicorn, the great company that makes awesome buckings and phenomenal inner barrels, that I pretty much run in all of my stuff for buckings and barrels, essentially. They are also releasing AEG springs, and they're color coded. Now, that may not seem like a lot to most people when I say, oh, AEG springs are color coded. No, it does mean a lot for people like me who tech their own stuff. And when you buy multiple different springs with different powers, like, you know, the difference between a 100 and a 120, they're all the same color. Even if they're a regular pitch or straight pitch. But they're all the same color. There's no way, and unless you keep them in the same package and label them or something and label them, they still have the potential of getting mixed up, and you may potentially grab the wrong spring when you're doing a build, and you may have to like come back from chrono because you chrono too hot and you need like an indoor spring. And it just can get confusing. Color coding the springs, and if you have a bunch of springs around, makes it so much easier to just be able to either pop open your tech drawer or wherever you have your spare springs in a box, or, you know, just on your desk or something like that. You know exactly which spring you're picking up, what it's rated at, just based off of what color it is. I think that is genius. And it's the spring, not just it's the spring itself, not just the packaging. And I did do some digging for the Unicorn Airsoft AEG springs. And what I did find is it looks like they're going to run about $25 a spring. And they have the range from 100 to, 150? So, and they all got different colors for each one. Keep your eye out for that. I don't know who's going to carry them directly or firsthand, but I would probably count on Airsoft GI having them because they carry a lot of Unicorn stuff. And probably Airsoft Megastore. Mirror. I think Mirror has some Unicorn stuff. I would have to double check on that. But yeah, keep your eye out for those, because I also think that Unicorn, their quality of their products are pretty phenomenal. So I myself, once these springs become widely available, am probably going to try to pick up a couple and swap out springs and replicas I already have and see how they go. Just, you know, why not? Give it a shot. Like I said, might not be a lot to most people, but to somebody who likes teching their stuff, it's a big thing for me. Yes, but moving on to let's get into the meat and potatoes of SHOT Show, of talking about the replica pew things that they showed off. First thing that caught my eye, obviously the first thing that caught my eye came from the Elite Force booth with the new Coach Repeater replica that's gold and black, and it's shell ejecting. Now, that right there, for my Western fans, it looks pretty. It's a polymer construction where the quote-unquote wood would be, where the black sections on the repeater are. It's polymer. It's not wood. But it looks really good. And I bet just for funsies. It's a replica that's just literally for funsies. And probably the only time I would really end up using that is if I ever go to Bella Hack for the Wild West game. But I still, I I do want to add to. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to add to my collection a nice assortment of Wild West pieces. I do want like the Gambler, and the oh what is it? Oh the Peacemaker replica that Elite Force makes. Because the Gambler's the small one, and then I think it's the Chuck Wagon or something like that. I don't remember. And then they also have a double barrel shotgun replica, and there is other repeaters out there already. But that black and gold finish on that coach gun, it chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It's just so pretty. Don't know. I don't know pricing on it. I did not think about doing some digging to see if anybody's got pre-orders on it yet or not. But keep your eye out if you're into the Western style stuff from Elite Force, with them releasing their new shell ejecting black and gold coach gun repeater. It's clean, it's crisp, it's pretty. Ghost, I agree with you. I do also want to play a Wild West game. I've said this. I'm pretty sure I've said this in lives in the past before. I do want to play a Wild West game at Belahag, and I honestly want to build a John Marsden kit from Red Dead Redemption, or something along those lines. Like more of the Red Dead style, a little bit of the authentication, but with a video game twist. But yeah, a repeater is part of my kit for that. That's a 3-weapon kit. My Wild West kit would consist of two pistolas and a repeater on the back, slung. Period. With a satchel. I would also have a satchel, because you gotta carry stuff. Gotta carry stuff in the West, so you have a satchel. Yes, Ghost, agree with you. And I actually learned that, I'm going to, actually, we're, in the Discord later, I will bring this up. For potential future Task Force Shrubbery meetups, I will have to discuss this with the team, because I learned something today that I didn't realize. So, save that nugget of truth for later. Doc Holliday from... I'm not gonna be your Huckleberry. Doc Holliday. Sidetrack. Val Kilmer is Doc Holliday from Tombstone. Again, chef's kiss. That was golden. Golden good stuff. I could totally, in a role play setting, playing off the sick, ill, sickly, but people might recognize the Doc Holliday-ness. I like it. I like the idea, man. I really do. Again, save that nugget for later. I got chat on Discord. Yeah. But moving on. Also, we're gonna stay in the Elite Force realm for this next piece. So, me being the person I am, of being a fan of H&K products, Elite Force is also one that I pay attention to, because they have the license for H&K. And they, if you guys already don't know, Elite Force has a line called the iTrace line, which they are all replicas that have a built-in tracer unit. And it runs off the battery. You can turn it on and off, and it's built into the hop-up unit. So you can affix whatever type of suppressor that you want, or barrel extensions, without sacrificing a tracer. Because sometimes a lot of those aftermarket extensions for your replicas in the suppressor, silencer, compensator world, because sometimes you want to run a really cool looking compensator and you don't want to run a tracer, but you still want to light up your BBs. That iTrace system is really cool. Downside that I've seen, and if this ever gets back to Elite Force Umarex, please take this as a note. Downside of iTrace guns are they're a little bit on the lower power side, I've noticed. When I've looked at the stats for them, they're a little bit lessened. Why sacrifice performance to have the included tracer unit unless it can't handle high rates of fire or high FPS than like 350? It just seems like they've cut back on like performance just so they can have an internal tracer. But that's just personal speculation on what I've seen for specs. I have not personally gotten my hands on one of these yet. I say yet because I hopefully can get one or get my hands on one of these days. But they announced a new replica in their iTrace line that caught my attention immediately because we all know I like my H&Ks. They're coming out with a iTrace MP5. Now, anybody who has an MP5 kind of already knows the struggle of you have to get some sort of threaded barrel adapter or a tri-lug suppressor that you can drop a tracer unit in on an MP5. It's not like it's easy, but it's kind of annoying to get a tracer on an MP5. Having an internal tracer on an MP5 already built in, I like this a lot because I could keep it classic but still have a tracer. Like, that's right there. That's the only reason why it piqued my interest. It may be a polymer body. It may be a little bit less on the internals. Oh, well, I already found things out about Umarex internals, and we spoke about it on the Couch Live, and I showed you guys the gearbox issues out of the factory. So I would gut this thing anyway and keep the tracer unit. Obviously, I would figure out how it's routed, wired, keep it in there, upgrade it, keep the tracer unit in it, boom, problem solved. And it'd be an amazing internally tracered MP5. I've thought about it, but I'm gonna have to hold off. I have other builds in the line. Oh, what did Actray say about the iTrace? iTrace is cool and all, but not new even. SEMA has a tracer hop-up unit that you can buy for version 2, version 3 that can plug into other MOSFETs. And, yeah, this is true. I'm not going to lie. I've even seen Max. It's kind of hard, but the Max hop-up units, they also have models that and kits that you can find, if you can find them. They're kind of tough to find. Tracer units that wire into MOSFETs. I have seen the ones from SEMA. I just like the idea of not having to futz with it until I have to take it apart. I don't want to take it apart to futz with it. Like, to put it in. Like, I kind of want to see how it... More or less, I want to see how they have it set up. I want to see how, it comes out of the box. I'm curious to how, like, especially to now... knowing the, not gonna mince words, poor quality of the QC that went into the gearbox and the internals of MP5. I'm curious to see what their iTrace units look like. I'm curious to see the wiring. Because also the iTrace unit pieces are not that expensive. You would think an internal tracer unit would bring it up to at least 350 to 375 range, but they're like 250 to like 300, I think, depending on which one you get. I think there's a couple of 300 ones, but they seem decently priced on the low end. So I'm, like I said, I know they're polymers, but polymer bodies and uppers and lowers, but I'm just, the internals is what it kind of concerns me. What are you really paying for? But still, it's my, it could just be like a burnout. I won't rebuild it until it torches. shoot it until it dies, and then rebuild it. Could be one of those. Eh? I've never thought of actually doing that for a video, but now that I'm thinking about it, do I really want to? Torture test and eye trace until it dies? What's up, Dark Tree? But, yeah. The iTrace Elite Force MP5 definitely on my radar. We'll see as it comes out. I have to look into the specs and pricing. Oh, not much, Dark Tree. We're talking about things that we saw from videos at SHOT Show that I'm going down the list of things that piqued my interest. And if you guys, yet again, if you guys have any comments or anything from SHOT Show piqued your interest, treat it like a question. Just throw a Q in front of it, whatever. That just helps me see it a little bit easier. I know I got the screen here and the screen here of the chat, but sometimes I miss stuff. There's sometimes when you guys just suddenly decide to all start talking exceedingly fast and the chat just rolls up quick. It just makes it easier for me to see. But yeah, let me know what you guys want, what you guys are interested in getting your hands on from SHOT Show. If you watched a whole bunch of stuff from that like I did. But we're going to move on past the Elite Force stuff and let's talk, because I'm saving the two big things for me for the last. But let's talk some Lancer tactical things. Let's talk some Lancer tactical things. One, they have a license with SLR now, and they showed off a bunch of their SLR line. I am not sure how I feel about the chunkiness of the new rails with the Lancer Tactical SLR line, with the recessed suppressor. I don't have the largest hands in the world, but I don't have like super dinky tiny hands. But at the same time, that thing looks massive, like really massive. I don't know. Again, it's something that I would need to get my hands on. It just looks chunky. And I've heard from some people that it's got the potential that it is a little bit on the chunky side. I see. Oh, I totally forgot about that one until you mentioned it. Ackright brought up something that actually did pique my interest a little bit. IWA International Mortar. Especially the cluster round that they have. The massive rail, and Dark Tree mentioned on the massive rail. I'd have to get my hands on it, Dark Tree, to really establish how massive the rail is. It just looks really big. And Dark Tree, the IWA International Mortar, especially the cluster rounds that they have. I saw that whole setup, and you know what? I know it's going to be stupid expensive. I want one. No, trust me, I want one of those IWA mortars. The other thing is with a airsoft mortar, what field is going to let you use that thing? Like, I don't know who would actually let you use it outside of just like, oh yeah, just kind of go fire it off. But like during a game, I don't know. No, you're good, Dark Tree. You're good, bud. But I do want one. I'm interested. I want to try it out. I at least want to try one out. I really really do. There's a lot of really cool stuff that they come out with on Airsoft that I just see that I'm like, there's only like the only place that would let you use that is Milsim West. Like that's the only thing that I can think of off of the top of my head where you can go buy an Airsoft mortar system and yeah, it's just Milsim West is the only place I think they would actually potentially let you use that thing. Or maybe an international game like overseas somewhere they might let it go, but it'd also have to be like a big milsim. It would be so reserved. It would be an investment, but it'd be very very seldom used. It would be like the cool thing that's on the wall. um Damn, we got 14 peeps in here. Yet again, guys, make sure you're smashing that like button on the way in. um where was I? Yeah, we were talking Lancer stuff. Um, yeah, the chonky handguard. Yeah, it. Like I said earlier, with that, I'd have to get my hands on it. It just looks fat and huge. Uh, but Lancer Tactical has teamed up with KLI to start making gas blowbacks, and they have a full range of barrel lengths and sizes and wonderment in that. So, my question is how much are they? That's the only thing. Like, I want a solid answer on how much one of those, especially a short boy, because I need a stubby barrel M4 for my collection. Um, but yeah, Lancer Tactical gas blowbacks, spec'd out by KLI. So it is a dual power system. You can either use two CO cartridges in the magazine, and it can be CO2. It is supposedly the hardest kicking one on the market. Or you can use green gas. I personally, after hearing about the KLI dual CO2 system from other people, and how it functions and operates, how many loads you can get out of like each two CO2 carts, I would probably go green gas. I would sacrifice the harder kick for the green gas. It probably would be like even efficiency. Like it just because you think about it. Because from what I understand, with the KLI CO2 mags, I really wish I could. I've had one, but this is just secondhand knowledge for me. So they're like 35 rounds a magazine. You can load that twice on two CO2 mags. And if you buy and carry loads in a milsim setting, like 2 spec, and carry combat loads, that's 7 magazines. So that's 14 CO2 cartridges. And each magazine can only be reloaded once. And then you have to change out the CO2 cartridges. It sounds a little bit more tedious than just hitting the bottle of green gas, reload the mag, go. Who knows? I mean, they could change the efficiency. Like different length barrels could change the efficiency. Obviously. You could change out nozzles and stuff and do tweaks and however you can. But I still might just go green gas. That might be my thing. I'm hoping they make replacement parts for the KLI platform. That will be the key. I agree. A good aftermarket support for parts on any replica, AEG, gas blowback, HPA, any system like that. Aftermarket support is key. I hope Lancer gets on that for KLI for having spare parts. even if it's proprietary, especially if it's proprietary, you guys need to sell spare parts at decent prices too, not making it ridiculous. Because the what is it? The KLI SR4 is like 430 or something like that. If I'm paying that much for a replica, I expect to be able to have things fixed if they break, or be able to fix it. So. Dark Tree so just said he saw the video on the mortar. Yep, war crimes. That's correct, right? The P word cutter. Yes, I said the P word, proprietary. You know, it is what it is because there are a lot of manufacturers out there that do make proprietary stuff, and it sucks. But yeah, I do agree. I hope that KLI has good aftermarket support on parts. I really, really do, because if now I don't say this lightly, if airsoft manufacturers are trying to pivot the U.S. market like essentially the rest of the world has gone, because if you listen to the airsoft community internationally, essentially everybody else has gone gas blowback, and we're still kind of here in the AEG HPA world apparently. So it kind of feels like manufacturers are trying to push in the US market for more gas blowback. What I do have to say with that is, if you're trying to do it, make it more affordable. Make magazines cheaper than $65 or $50 a piece. I know the replicas are kind of hard to cut back on price, but you know, just make it a little bit more affordable. Because it's starting to paywall really hard. I mean, all of airsoft is expensive to begin with, but Jesus. But with the whole gas blowback conversation, we're going to pivot from Lancer a little bit to one that I'm starting to really, really, really look into. And again, it is not cheap, but it is a gas blowback from the EMG world. Noveski Ghetto Blaster. It just looks clean. I like, even especially in the OD. But I think I might want it in black. Or I could paint it. Actually, painting it might be a good idea. I like painting. Painting's a good idea. So, but yeah, the Noveski Ghetto Blaster. I believe some of the models of the Ghetto Blaster are already out, but I was looking at the shorter boys. If not, I could be mistaken. Could be on pre-order. But yeah, I'm kind of looking into I'm starting to kind of dip my toes into looking into getting into the gas blowback world, and the Noveski Ghetto Blaster is starting to look like an entry point. If not that, they are. It's not them who is releasing it. Oh man, I don't remember who is releasing it now, but they're coming out with a Scar L with an MWS gas system in it. So that also. But I'm thinking Noveski Ghetto Blaster just because of how clean and crisp and sharp it looks. That might be my entry point into the gas blowback world. I'm really starting to roll that one over because I do have another kit that I need to build for another potential team. Plus, I need another color palette to build out anyway. But yeah, that Ghetto Blaster, I saw it at SHOT Show. I've seen a couple other things on it. It could be it. That could be the one. But now, we're just going to quick jaunt into I really need to just buy a few of these and just break down and do it. But Arcturus, we're going to talk a little bit of Arcturus. This is going to be, this is the part I was saving for last. If I do a gas blowback, I'm thinking of an MPX for more inexpensive mags and lower cost overall for the platform. That's big brain maneuvers right there, Dark Tree. Big brain maneuvers. But let's talk a little bit of Arcturus. One, if I remember correctly, it's Arcturus that's who's making a gas blowback AK. All the Arcturus stuff that I've put my hands on, seen, and been around is phenomenal. I use Arcturus gears. Arcturus is just really good quality stuff. And for them to say that they are making a gas blowback AK, I'm interested. I want to see it. I need numbers. That's what I need. They only had a prototype at SHOT Show, but I need more information, Arcturus. I need more information on this gas blowback AK of yours. I really, really do. But the thing from Arcturus that really caught my eye, they're going to make high kappas. And here's a little tidbit drop of information. You can go to Arcturus's website and look at their high kappas right now. They're not out yet. They are I think you can pre-order them through Arcturus, if I remember correctly. But you can check them out, all the different models and colors and selections and all the things. But it's either you can do iron sights or RMR optic plate ready. Right? Couple different lengths. Obviously, it's the 4.3 and the 5, I believe. Yeah, it's a 4.3 and a 5. You're looking at like $170 for a iron sight model and about $194 for an RMR plate. Also, they're selling a package where it comes with red dot sight for like $250, something like that. So, decently priced, full metal slide and all that good stuff. But this is the kicker about the Arcturus high kappas that just made my brain go, pow. Their magazines are 35 rounds. Which, then it's not extended, mind you. 35 round magazine. And they're saying that you can get 100 shots out of one charge in the magazine of green gas. One charge of green gas in the magazine, and you can get 100 shots out of it. Now, my Raven 226, and I even did the test video where I got like 3.5 magazines out of it, and that's 21 round mag. That's about just a hair under, or just a hair over 60 shots. 100 shots. Saying out the gate from sales, 100 shots with one charge of green gas in the magazine. I need this. I need to test it. I want it so bad. I never really thought about buying a high kappa, but now I am going to get one. I want an Arcturus high kappa. Flat out. That's the one thing from SHOT Show that I just went, I'm going to buy one of those. That's not an if and or but, it's a win. So that's what I have to say. That was my thing from SHOT Show that I went, that's happening. Like, there are things on there that I would like, but that one's gonna happen. Like, going to happen. I promise you this. What do we got from Ack right here? PTS and the Bakelite mag would be nice if they put the prototype in production. PTS AK mags feed like everything, so it'd be nice to have an option for an older aesthetic. PTS made me want a Scorpion Evo. I've always wanted a Scorpion Evo Dark Tree. Um, oh, yep, and accurate. I will tap on that. PTS is coming out with a new magazine to go along in their EPM line. It's the EPM 1RX. Apparently, it's got a redesigned BB channel. They also redesigned the follower, and it is supposed to be better to function with electronic speed loaders because those are becoming a bigger thing now. But yeah, it's supposed to feed better. It's supposed to not jam. I would like to hear that they're easier to load, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, I've looked into the price of the PTS EPM 1RXs, and they are about $35 to $38 a magazine. So you're not really saving anything, and I don't know what type of real performance you're gonna get change out of it. I guess we will wait and see and hear from the masses when they get released. PTS made me want a Scorpion Evo. Dark Tree says, a Scorpion Evo. And Chef said it right down there in the chat. A Scorpion Evo is just sexy, and it is 100% fact. That honestly, out of just the aesthetics, it just looks good. It's just sleek, and I know people that have them and they love them, and they're it just one of these days there's a whole group of us that all need to buy the same exact replica, and then just meet up and squat up, all carrying the same thing, just so we can annoy everybody. I mean, it's an idea. But yeah, keep your eye out for them Arcturus Kappas. I think that might be a winner of 2025 when they come out. And I'm pretty sure they're coming out this year and here fairly soon. I would say probably about springtime if it's going to be real soon. So probably like mid to end April. This is just speculations and guesses. I don't have definitive answers on release dates on any of this stuff. But yeah, go online, go onto YouTube, check out stuff from SHOT Show. They have a whole lot of other stuff than just airsoft stuff, because it is a real steel event as well. So there's a whole bunch of really cool stuff that you can see from SHOT Show. Good to know. Wait, Chef was in the army? I just learned something about Chef today that I did not know or did not realize I knew. Chef was in the army, and an Evo was his first primary. Way too good out of the box, he says. Good to know about a Scorpion Evo, that they're phenomenal out of the box. But yeah, guys, go check out SHOT Show. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of YouTubers got to go. And they made content on stuff, Random Guy Kev, US Airsoft, Airsoft. The guys from Airsoft GI got to go. All the standard manufacturers and stuff and bigger YouTubers got to go to SHOT Show and released a whole bunch of videos. Go onto YouTube, show them some love, check out their videos, like them, subscribe if you're not already. Chef Pancake was infantry. I keep on getting sidetracked by this conversation, Chef. Dude, bro, I really hope that you are going to Sheboygan. After learning those things, you need to come to Sheboygan, my friend. We need to play some airsoft. Really good to know. Cutter says, side note, getting ticket for OP Blacklist on Friday. That is what I'm... Yes! Excuse my excitement, but yes! Yes, Cutter. Good to know. Good to hear. Um, that makes me happy. That's another team member coming out to the asylum. And now that we're talking about it again, I'm going to share another link because I'm just going to spam this link right here in the chat. Guys, if you have not already clicked the link in the chat, join the Discord, Task Force Shrubbery. If you don't do it in the chat, go click in the description. Join the Discord, Task Force Shrubbery. Come on out to the Task Force Shrubbery meetup in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, April 12th and 13th at the Abandoned Insane Asylum. Operation Blacklist, an event put on by Mere Tactical. I am not sponsored. We're just doing the thing there. It's the event I picked where we do the meetup. So, come on out. We're playing on Green Team. It's the COR team. Coalition of Outlander Republics. Get your tickets. Come on out. Play some Airsoft. Meet the guys. Take some pictures. Have a good time. Come join us at B-Dubs Saturday night. And get one of these puppies. A Task Force Shrubbery patch. The only way you can get them is being part of the Discord, showing up at a meetup, and coming and seeing me. If you show up to a Task Force Shrubbery meetup and you don't come see me, you will not get this patch. You have to come find me. You have to come say hi. You will have to track me down. It is a hunt, I say. A hunt. It's not going to be hard, guys. We're gonna have a canopy in our spawn point with this flag hanging up, so you will be able to easily find where we're at. If I am not around when you come say hi, to come get a patch and come say hi and shake hands and do the things, let somebody who's there who knows, because there will be other team members that are around in the AO, in the area. You will know them. You will be able to see the Squirrel Team 6 patches. You want to talk, if I'm not around, find somebody with the Squirrel Team 6 patch and say that somebody is looking for me, and they will relay it through the radio to my ears, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If I'm not in a firefight or anything like that, or going to the bathroom, you know, that type of jazz. So, coming out, say hi, get your patch, and play some Airsoft at a really cool AL. I got to go last April. You guys, I got the videos up on the channel from last year. Young One was out there. The Trippy Hippie was out there. The son of Young One was out there. It was a good time. And this year we got more guys for the team coming out, so it's going to be even a better time. And I hope the rest of you are able to make it. So join the Discord, come on out, and get your patch. Also, that's where you can support the channel. Order your custom tie-dye mugs. Get your Squirrely Nuts Airsoft patches. They look like that. And and Roadkill Rags, guys. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. And you can also hit me up on Instagram for those things. But tonight, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up here, talking about our discussion on SHOT Show. But I am going to give y'all some homework. This is really for those who stuck around to the end. So you guys are the true fans. Y'all got some homework because I need some volunteers for next week. That's right. I'm throwing it down. You have a week to prepare. I want to do a panel next Wednesday. So hit me up on comments down here. We'll do a little bit before I do the complete wrap up, because I know there's a delay between your guys' chatting here. But one, what topic do we want to debate a panel? I want a debate panel. I want a back and forth. We're going to keep it civil. There's going to be no screaming. There might be some slight cussing, but we're going to do this live here on the channel. We're going to have a debate panel. But the question is, one, who's all going to be on? I need volunteers. And two, what are we going to debate? I want to get everybody's opinions on things in the airsoft world, so this is going to be a thing. I don't know how frequently we're going to do it, but we're starting next week, guys. What are we talking about? And I need volunteers. Hit me up in the comments here. I'll stick around for a little bit longer to let you guys fill in on that. But Let me know who wants to volunteer to be on a live next week on a panel to have a debate of a subject in the airsoft world. But I want you guys to pick the subject that we're going to have a nice banter about. Because I think it's fun. I think we need to have more of these discussions. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of airsoft. So, and this is your homework, guys. For those of you who are part of the Discord, plug me ideas. Send me ideas of what we should have the debate about, and I need to know. Hit me up on the Discord if you also want to be a volunteer for next week's episode. That we're gonna have a panel debate of stuff in the airsoft world. Who wants to be a part of this, and what are we gonna get into? That's Chef Pandakage. What time? Well, Talking Tactical begins at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific. But yes, I am looking for volunteers to debate on a panel of a subject that you guys discuss. This is going to be next Wednesday's episode of Talkin' Tactical, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have a debate panel. We're going to have guests on. And if you guys want in on this, let me know now. That's why we're kind of just sticking around, and I'm quietly letting y'all. Because, again, there's a delay from when I say stuff to when it happens on the YouTube because of OBS. So I'm letting the chat catch up. Letting whoever wants to potentially volunteer or throw ideas down for what we're going to debate. Could it be HPA versus AEG? GBB versus HPA? GBB versus AEG? Speedsoft versus Milsim? You know, stuff like that, guys. Or we could go controversial subjects. But keep it to airsoft, mind you. But taking volunteers, hit me up on Discord or Instagram if you guys want to be a part of it. This is what we're doing next Wednesday. I know it's a little short notice, but I love doing surprises. It's fun. So we're going to come up with a subject. Or if we can't land on one, I will come up with one, and the panel will have to deal with it as it arises. It could go that way as well. So, let me know if you guys want in on it through Discord or Instagram. DM me, and we'll set this up for next Wednesday. But I think we've stuck around long enough, guys. And sorry for those of you who showed up late, but glad you did. Hope you hit that thumbs up button on the way in. And, like I always say, guys, never ever forget your battle cry. Nee!